welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. I know it's been a minute since I've posted a vlog. Definitely didn't keep up with them as regularly as I've wanted to over the last couple months, but I'm excited to spend another slow, productive weekend with all of you. I do have my windows open, so sorry if it's a little loud outside. It's definitely like, you know, a different part of quarantine. The streets are noisy again, but it is just before 9:30 on Saturday. I tried to sleep in today, did not work, so now I have coffee, and this is good because I actually have quite a bit of stuff that I want to finish today and get done. Namely, I need to tidy up around the house and then get some blog work and YouTube work done. But I think my plan for the morning is just to kind of kick things off slow. So I'm gonna spend some time journaling, and then I also started a new book last night. I started Self-Care by Lee Stein. So this is about a woman. I kind of like purposefully didn't read the full synopsis because it's a really short book, so I don't want to be too spoiled. But it's about this woman. She works at this, she co-founded this startup that is centered around like a social media site slash application for self-care for women, and she's kind of like work obsessed, app obsessed, digital obsessed. She tweets something that goes viral, and it like hampers her digital addiction even more. So now she's like going on this retreat to digitally detox. So far I'm only like 40 pages in. I really like the way it's written. It's very like funny, in a way that is kind of like that dry-ish humor, but I'm really liking it so far. So I want to get a good amount of that read today, if not just finish it today. And then I also picked up Jade City by Fonda Lee. I feel like for a while I wasn't interested in this book, and then I kept seeing it everywhere and people started posting quotes from it, and the more I saw it come up in my Instagram and my YouTube boxes, the more I was like, maybe you would actually enjoy this. So this is like a fantasy. It might have some sci-fi elements as well, which is definitely something that I've been into in 2020. Like the 5th season, I can't believe how much I love that book. So this one is definitely not a short book, but I think I want to start this weekend as well, work my way into October. But if I'm not feeling that, I also have Furthermore pulled off my shelf. I started it a little bit, and by started I mean like I read 2 pages the other night, just because I was in a really like down mood after the news came out about the police officers who murdered Brianna. I was just kind of like, I was grieving, and I didn't expect it to hit this hard because I definitely wasn't surprised by the outcome at all, but this one just hit differently. So I kind of for the past 2 days have been in this like very slow, groggy state, and I feel like I'm just starting to be able to pull myself out of it. And you all know part of my self-care and being able to pull myself out of things like that are focusing on my reading and my journaling. So that's what I'm gonna spend my morning doing, and this is probably gonna be a very cozy, in the house, clean with me, work with me, read with me kind of vlog, but hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hey everyone. Okay, so it's been a few hours. It's like almost 12:30 now. I kind of started cleaning up a little bit, but I need to run to Target to get some stuff to help me do a little bit more cleaning and organizing. So I'm gonna do a Target run. I'm also probably gonna run and pick up something for lunch because I definitely don't feel like cooking and I'm getting hungry. I only ate like yogurt and fruit for breakfast. So I'm going to go do that, come back, and then just start getting to work. But yeah, the slow morning was a good call. I read up to, I think I'm on page like 70 or 80, 72, yeah, of Self-Care. Really enjoying this still. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more reading done today, but I have a long to-do list that I'm kind of procrastinating on. So let's run to Target, let's get lunch, and then we'll get back here and do what we gotta do. I tried to beat the rain, but it looks like it's already drizzling again. You probably can't tell. Just looking out the window, you just see brightness, but it just started drizzling again. So I guess it's gonna be a rainy, quick errand run. Oh, I had to change. It was so gross and muggy and humid outside. Like, what happened to the fall weather trajectory we were on? But anyway, I just got back from Target a couple minutes ago, so I wanted to show you what I got. I didn't have to get a lot. I probably didn't get a few things that were on my list, but it was like strangely very crowded for like middle of the afternoon on a Saturday in a pandemic. So I just kind of wanted to get in and get out, and I can always run out when I get groceries later on this weekend. So the first two things I grabbed, I got these Ollie sleep, like they're melatonin like chewables, and this Pacifica lavender moon body lotion. It's supposed to be like relaxing and calming. I actually got these from my friend Corey. She's probably already watching this, but by the time you watch this you will have gotten your package. I'm making her like a care package because she works too much and doesn't sleep, so some good stuff among other things that I'm gonna put in the package. I also got this candle. I honestly have a problem with candles. I'm noticing as I look around the apartment right now, there are 3 unburned candles in front of me. There's a candle up there. Like, there's just candles everywhere. But I feel like because we're in the house all the time, you want to set the vibe, so you need more candles. This one smells really, really good. It's cider and oak. It's that random Opal House Target brand. Let's see if this will focus. I smelled it in the store and it just smells really, really good. Literally like spicy apples, like spicy warm apple cider, or like apple and cinnamon oatmeal. This is good. I'm gonna burn this after I finish cleaning up. I also got this basket. So I bought a different basket from Target a while ago, a basket I'd already had one like it, and I was trying to make what I've been seeing on Pinterest and Instagram described as a morning routine or a quiet time routine basket. And basically it's just like a little basket you can move if you sometimes do like your morning routine or your quiet time routine in bed, and then on the couch and at your desk. You can keep all the components together and just move it to where you need to. So most people will put like their Bible study materials, their journal, whatever you do to kind of like set the tone for your day in one basket. So originally I was using this Target basket, but it really isn't like doing what I need. I think it's just too low. So this one is a little bit higher and a little sturdier. So I'm gonna transfer baskets and have that so I can move it between my room and the couch. I've been trying to be consistent with my morning routine, and for me that's like reading my Bible, reading my devotional, journaling, praying, and just like taking a minute before I start like scrolling through Instagram or checking my notifications, all that stuff, to be like centered and quiet and spend time with God. And I think I just want to make sure that I'm doing little things like that to make that habit easier to keep up with. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then I also got, this is not gonna slide into the shot, but one of those like drawer sets. I'm actually gonna put this one under my desk, and what I think I actually need is the drawers that are on the one side of my desk from IKEA. I think I just want to get another set of those and remove the legs from the table so the tabletop will just sit on the drawers. But I don't really feel like making IKEA provisions right now, and if I decide to do that, then I would just move this one into my closet and organize the stuff that's in my closet with it. So either way it will get put to good use, but for now I'm gonna just slide it under my desk to organize all of the like extra stuff I feel like I've been picking up since we've been in quarantine, like extra journals and just like supplies that I don't need to have put away. I'm still going to use them relatively soon, but maybe not as often as I use the stuff that's immediately on my desk. So that's my Target haul. I thought I had my phone. I do. I didn't get food out, so I think I'm just going to order something because I don't really feel like cooking anything. And of course, true to Amber weekend vlog style. I have to wash the dishes. Yeah, I will check in with you all in a bit. You can see behind me, but the living room is pretty much clean. I just watered the plants. I'll give you a quick house plant tour. So we have this lady, her name is Sheila. She is kind of in the pothos family, I think. If you can correctly identify her, feel free to do so, but she's been doing pretty good. Ethan, the snake. I've renamed all my plants at least 100 times too. This is Ethan. I've had him for years. He's thriving. Probably wants a bigger pot, but I don't want to do that. Then there's this guy. This one doesn't have a name. It's a baby monstera, and I feel like it's just kind of dying a slow, painful death. It was in my bedroom and hated it. It hates it less in the living room, but like, yeah, every week it's just a new leaf. So if you have baby monstera tips, leave them in the comments. But otherwise, I just wanted to hurry up and die, which sounds terrible, I know, but like, I can get another plant and use this pot, and I would just get another snake plant because they're so easy. This is a larger snake plant I've had probably for like almost a year. I think I got this one last summer. That I might have actually gotten it in a vlog. Thriving, love it. Snakes are so easy. This little guy I need to throw away. Like, look how sad this last little leaf is. I don't even know what kind of plant this is. My mom gave it to me. I didn't want to take it. I told her I would kill it. Lo and behold, I need to throw it away. And then I have this pothos that just sits on top of this shelf. He's growing down like crazy. Pothos are actually pretty easy from my experience. This one I haven't had much trouble with. It does really well in like this little weird light of my living room. It used to be on my desk, but then it got so long it was like scraping the floor. So I just moved it to the shelf where he could grow down, flex, be strong. So yeah, now that the living room is nice and tidy, I'm going to light that new candle. I will check in with you all in a bit. All right, I just made a late coffee. Definitely late. It's already 4 o'clock and I'm pretty much just sitting down at my desk to get some stuff done. I'm very tired and very much PMSing. We're gonna get a couple things done, at least. My main goal for this little work session is to put together some collateral that I'm pitching. I'm gonna pitch some brands that I want to work with on some sponsored content. I need to go through my emails. I need to finish writing 2 blog posts and start writing a 3rd, just pull together all the images and stuff I already shot for it to make sure that's in good shape and ready to go. And I need to write a caption for this Instagram post. That should probably be able to get done in like the next 2.5-ish hours. So I'm gonna stop talking and start working. Oh, I also need to work on the outline for my next newsletter. I've been trying to revive my email newsletter. I send like inspirational like messages. I share upcoming like book releases, products that I've been using and really enjoying, just things that I know would be helpful for people to receive in their inbox in one condensed space instead of spacing it out over all of the platforms I create content on. So I want to work on the outline for the next newsletter too. So let's open Google Drive. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend a little time on work. I feel like this is the most boring vlog ever, but this is what my weekends are like. So here we go. Good morning. Actually, it's definitely good afternoon. It's 12:45. I 100% slept in this morning, which was for the best because I ended up staying at my desk doing work until like almost 11 o'clock last night, which was not my original plan, but was so good. I got so much done that I had been putting off, and I still have a couple things I want to do today, but I feel like I have like a good head start on the week. One thing I really needed to get done was just like, if you have a blog or a website, you know there's always a million little things on the back end you need to install or upgrade or things like that, and I did all of that last night. So I just feel like I have a really good fresh start for the week. One other thing I did last night after I finished all that work was I finished reading Self-Care by Lee Stein, and I have thoughts on this book. So I kind of mentioned briefly what this book was about and said that I hadn't read the full synopsis, but about 120-ish pages in, I decided to just read the back of the book because I was interested to see if we were going where I thought we were going, and it turns out we were. So the book follows these two women who are co-founders of a wellness startup. They basically created like an Instagram for self-care, as they describe it. So we follow their perspective, and we also get snippets of the perspective of the one Black woman who works at their startup, who runs their editorial. Let me see, I don't want to give any spoilers. Let me double check the synopsis. Okay, I almost told something that was gonna spoil the book, so I'm glad I checked the synopsis. But yeah, the bulk of the book is us following the perspectives of the two co-founders, Devin and Marin. They are both white women, both from like different sides of like, I would say like ideological spectrum. So Devin is like super wealthy. Her parents left her this crazy inheritance. She has all this money, and she's like, basically, when I read it, I was picturing Gwyneth Paltrow. Like she's like I'm taking 50 different types of adaptogens a day, and I go to 6 different studios, and I have a monthly membership at a wellness like spa where it's just a dark room that she pays for to go to meditate in. And then Marin grew up like super differently. She grew up with a single mom. Her dad wasn't really around, didn't really support them financially. She lives in New York. She's trying to build this like New York dream for herself. She's so obsessed with work, and it's causing her to make a lot of really erratic decisions. I think this book does a great job of what its goal was to do, which is to take this like one very overused term, self-care, and really dive into who are the people who are selling us this wellness dream. I think it's not like new or groundbreaking to understand that the wellness community overall has been co-opted and is very like wealthy and white and skinny, and you know, when you picture wellness brands, you picture a very specific kind of woman. It's not there's not a wide range of representation within the wellness spectrum overall. Like when you look at the biggest wellness brands out there, like you think of Goop and now Poosh, which is Kourtney Kardashian's brand. So I think this book did a good job of talking about like who are the people who are selling us these wellness dreams, this wellness package, this wellness lifestyle, and like what are the toxic things that come out of what these people are creating. I thought that the book introduces like a sex scandal, and I thought that, you know, it's a pretty short book. I wouldn't say a lot happens, but what usually happens in books like this is that they tend to be so focused on the inner conscience of the characters that we don't get a lot of plot, or we don't get a lot of character development. In this one, I felt like we got a fair amount of plot. There's a sex scandal, you know, things are happening. The whole book starts off with a scandal that is the like the consequence of Marin, the one co-founder. She tweets something that goes viral and causes like a lot of issues. But I felt like the one scandal in the book, we didn't have the space to unpack it the way that we really needed to. Like, we dropped something heavy in the middle of the book. I also feel the same way about Khadijah's storyline. I felt like there was a lot happening there and we just kind of drop it in and then it just like goes away. I felt like the writing was incredibly strong. I love the writing style. It has that dark humor and wit that I really enjoy in books like this. I think that the length of the book did it a great service. I think if it would have been like a 350-page book, I would have been over it and bored. When I was reading, at first I thought it was going to be like a 4-star read, but I just felt like the ending was way too rushed. We didn't get to really settle anything. I don't really get where we left one of the characters, like Devin. I don't understand. I didn't feel like anyone got any resolve, and the one person I think we're supposed to see did get resolved. I don't like where we left her. So that being said, I ended up giving this book 3 stars. I think it's somewhere between a 3 and a 3.5 star for me. If the ending would have gone differently, it totally could have been like a 4 or even a 4.5 star. But it's a great book if you want something to read in a weekend that's gonna make you think and make you laugh a little bit. It was kind of like watching, I feel like this was like watching a Netflix show. It's definitely like very actionable, and because it's so relevant to our current culture and the current like state of social media, it's just very relatable. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I really did like the writing. I know Lee Stein has written some other novels. I would definitely check out more of her work just because I really enjoyed her writing style. So also this morning, this morning like 30 minutes ago, so like this afternoon, I went to Starbucks. So if you're like me, then you agree that the pumpkin spice latte is the most disgusting drink known to man. This is a fact. But I was determined to find some kind of like nice fall drink. I decided to create my own. So I went to Starbucks. I got a flat white with just 1 pump of the pumpkin sauce. I think that's the key. I feel like if you are, any drink that you get, any espresso drink that you get from Starbucks, like if you did a chai, which is not espresso, but you know what I mean, a chai, or even like just a regular latte, with 1 pump of the pumpkin is the key, because this is delicious. Yesterday I also said like I don't need to buy any more candles. I got a package that I did not expect to come. It came late yesterday and I wanted to open it with all of you. It's from a shop called Bibliomagica. First I saw everyone posting about them on Instagram, like all the Bookstagram accounts I follow were posting about these candles. And I am a sucker for supporting small businesses from like readers who are just trying to figure out new ways to monetize their platforms and their hobbies, and also just like small shops. It's a pandemic. If you're gonna buy right now, why not buy small? So I did place a Bibliomagica order, but then the owner, Kate from Bibliomagica, she DM'd me to thank me for placing an order and asked if she could throw in some extra stuff in that I could unbox and show all of you, and obviously I'm happy to do that. So there's a lot in this box. Wow. So this is Bake Shop Mystery. This is the wax, so you would put this in like a candle warmer. I can smell it through the bag and it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are like tea candles. These aren't the waxes. Oh my gosh, it's like a sample. Bake Shop Mystery. So this is cinnamon, vanilla, and apple. I wish I could just like this is so cute to put like on your bathtub or something. This is so sweet. Oh, she wrote me a little note. Here is her business card. Hopefully this will focus. So I hope you guys can see that. That's her business card. It's Bibliomagica. I will link to her Etsy shop in the description box. And she just wrote a little note. Oh. Let's open these. So there's 2 candles in here. One is Stars Hollow Autumn Festival. So this is actually, I think it's similar to the sample, only that one is apple, cinnamon, and caramel instead of apple, cinnamon, and vanilla. And then there's Bookshop Cafe. That's the one I was super excited about, just because you know the way that a good like bookstore that also has a cafe smells, it's like, doesn't get better. So I'll try the Stars Hollow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to burn one of these while I work and read today. Stars Hollow Autumn Festival. It's apple, cinnamon, caramel, like I said. I also think her packaging is really cute. It's so simple, but these are the kind of jars that, like, once you burn these out, you can just throw the candle in the freezer and then you could totally reuse the jar. Upcycle. I like this. I don't really like sweet smelling candles, but this one does a good job of balancing like the sweet with the cinnamon and the natural fruit of the apple. Ooh. Loving it. All right, and now let's check Bookshop Cafe. So this is teakwood, shea, and coffee. Oh wow. Oh, I should have got more of these. It smells like the pages of a new book with a cup of coffee. What's next? We have Autumn Apothecary and Harvest Bakery. So this one is pumpkin, clove, and orange peel. Ooh. It's like autumn citrus. This is really good because I also am not a big pumpkin person. Like the pumpkin scents, I usually need it with like apple or something, but I think the pumpkin and the orange, those work really well together. I don't smell a ton of clove, but it definitely has that like autumny smell, so maybe it's like more subtle. We have Harvest Bakery, and then vanilla. It smells just like you're baking like an apple tart. These are two of the smaller ones. So this one is Dragonstone, which is incense, sea, and cedar. So, ooh. This one kind of smells like, I always feel very basic when I say it, but you know how some candles just smell like boy? Like it smells like a boy? It's like boy out of the shower. Oh, this is good. This is a good bathroom candle. One I have is Autumn in the Shire, which is fallen leaves and fresh rain. Ooh. This one is light and it's very, I don't know how to describe it. I like it. It's very light and fresh. That's the best way I can describe it. My favorites are definitely the Bookshop Cafe, and then I think the Stars Hollow Autumn Festival, and then the maybe either Harvest Bakery or Autumn in the Shire. Honestly, I really like how this one smells. With smaller candles like this, I mentioned I usually keep them in my bathroom, so after I clean the bathroom I'll light the candle. But I also like smaller candles for my desk. I think a lot of times people skip the smaller, like the single wick candles, because they feel like they're just like not worth it, but I love a single wick. All of these, by the way, are 1 wick, even the 8-ounce ones. But this, I have to burn this today. This is Bookshop Cafe, and I also want to get like 50 more of these. Oh my goodness. For the rest of the early afternoon, I really just want to get a little bit more reading done, and I have some options. So first, I got this book from bookshop.org. It's called Coffee House Lies, and it's a collection of flash fiction stories. So flash fiction, it's a tongue twister. Flash fiction is different than short stories just because it's so much shorter. So flash fiction can, I think, be anywhere from like 100 to 1,000 words. In addition to writing my novel, one of my goals is also to write and publish a collection of flash fiction. I started writing flash fiction when I would sit in this one coffee shop all the time and people watch and just come up with these stories about the people that I was watching. I just didn't realize I was building a collection of these flash fiction stories, but that's what it ended up being. So obviously my main focus right now is my novel, but eventually I'd love to take some time to really build out what that collection could look like. That's the kind of thing that I would totally self-publish too, just to have a book in the world of things that I had put together into one cohesive like piece. I would love that. Then I also have this book of poems by Francine J. Harris. This was sent to me by the publisher. Who is the publisher? FSG. FSG sent me Here Is a Sweet Hand, which is a poetry collection, and I don't read a ton of poetry, but I love poetry, so I might start this today as well. It's super short. Then I have Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. I started this one, so I'm like on page 1 the other day. But like I mentioned, like, self-care was a good weekend read, but okay, pardon that interruption. So no way. Anyway, I don't really think I have like the headspace right now to start a full-length adult novel, especially because I've mostly been in the mood to read fantasy, and I don't know if I have like the brain power to jump into a whole fantasy world right now, at least not an adult fantasy world. But I've heard so many good things about this one. I don't have the sequel to this, but I've never read a Tahara Mafi book before. I think I read the first chapter of Shatter Me and it just wasn't for me, but I'm excited to give this a try. This is middle grade, so it'll probably be a relatively faster read, but it is a little thick. But yeah, I've just been in the mood for something easy and lighter, so middle grade seemed like the move. I'm going to light a candle, open a book, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Which sounds super legit. And they have 2 options. These are the 2 free options. I'm sure there's a more legit paid option. I'm going to start. I'm going to take the longer one, the classic Enneagram test. Let's see what my Enneagram is. I am attuned to anything that might be dangerous, and I am security conscious. Yes, wow. It's strange, but I think there's something beautiful about sadness. Yes, oh, that's the most Pisces thing I've ever heard in my life. I accumulate lots of knowledge to counteract my lack of self-confidence. Maybe. I want to be noticed, but it also makes me uncomfortable. Yes! Ugh, this gets me. I'm constantly on the lookout for things that might go wrong. Yes. I can easily imagine all the things that might go wrong, as I have a really vivid imagination. Yes. One more page. One more page. Results! Drumroll, drumroll. You are most likely a type 4. Taking wings into account, you seem to be a 4-wing 3. Type 4, the individualist. Identity seekers who feel unique and different. People of this personality type tend to build their identities around their perception of themselves as being somehow different or unique. They are thus self-consciously individualistic. 4s tend to see their difference from others as being both a gift and a curse. A gift because it sets them apart from those they perceive as being somehow common. A curse as it so often seems to separate them from the simpler forms of happiness that others so readily seem to enjoy. Thus, 4s can manage to feel superior to others while also secretly harboring a degree of longing and envy. This is shady, but I don't know if it's shading me or shading everyone else. Well, there you have it. I am a 4-wing 3, contrary to everyone's guesses in my Insta DMs. This was an interesting journey. I'm glad I finally took it. Now we all know she's a type 4. There you have it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this stay home with me vlog. I hope to have more vlogs up soon. Thank you all who have been commenting and watching and subscribing, especially throughout this year. It's been really amazing to see this little channel start to grow, and I appreciate every single one of you. So links to all the things that I said throughout this whole vlog, I would put links to, including where I just took the Enneagram test, will be in the description box, as well as links to all of my social media and my blog and anything else you need. I'm also going to put information on how to check if you are registered to vote, as well as ways that you can donate to some Democratic campaigns. I have not talked about the Supreme Court stuff at all in this vlog, but I have been watching in horror with the rest of you, and this is terrifying. So the least we could do is exercise our basic rights, especially because there are people who the results of this election are going to impact who don't even have the basic right to vote. So it's important that we do our part. So I will leave info on that in the description box as well. Hope you all have a great week. I'm going to try to edit this quickly and get this up so you all can watch, and I will see you in the next one.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.